Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Two Bro Gamers podcast. I'm Steve.
I'm Ricky.
And what is this, episode 42?
41.
41?
41.
I don't even know. It's, we're in the 40s. I know that. It's
40s.
crazy.
We're 40s, adding up.
It is. The email says 41 on it. Let's jump right into it. Why don't we?
Let's do this. All right.
Let's jump right
Let's
in.
just do Smash, because why not? Big news in Smash. Mewtwo's released for everybody else that didn't get both games.
Boom.
Or if they didn't register.
Or if you didn't register, because I'm like,
Yeah.
well, some people at both games didn't register.
Yeah, that like sucks for them.
Well,
but
it means you got to pay, but it's what, $5 for both, $6
Yeah,
on that?
it's,
It's crazy. It's cheap.
yeah, it's $5 if you want them for both the 3DS and Wii U. Which, oh man, wow, $5 for a character. I mean, I think they charge more for different characters in different games. Honestly.
Yeah.
And if you want them for each game, like separately, if you want them for the Wii U or the 3DS separately, it's $3.99 for one of them.
So it's $4 for one game, or what? $5
for both.
$5 for both.
Yeah,
So if you were to buy them separate, if you were to buy him for both separately, you're spending
$10. Like
$8.
no, $8. Yeah, like really?
whatever. I mean, it's $3. Who really cares?
Come on,
But
like,
either way,
just get two anyway.
just get the $5.
Yeah, seriously.
Whatever.
Besides that, with Smash, there was actually, I just remembered, a big stream that happened in Japan too, that I forgot about because, remember Apex and the doubles who won Zero and Mewtwo King, they won, and they were like, oh, they're going to a trip in Japan and this, that, and blah, blah. And we had talked about it on the show too, I think briefly, or maybe we did. I don't even remember now. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
But, it happened. I remember, like, it was like, oh yeah, VG Bootcamps, gamers going to Japan. I'm like, is he streaming in Japan? Like, I gotta keep an eye on this. And it's like, oh yeah, midnight Saturday. It's like, oh yeah, it's like 12 o'clock here in Japan in the afternoon. So we're streaming right now. It's like not an impromptu, but it was a Smash tournament. It was basically Japan versus USA. And that was pretty cool because they had Saturday was singles. It was basically 4 people from the US, which is Mewtwo King Zero, gosh, I forget the other two too. I forget their names. I'm sorry, guys. And then the Japanese guys, which I couldn't even tell you any of their names. But I'm sorry to those guys.
For some reason,
too.
I feel like Smash is not that big in Japan.
It is actually.
I mean, but like as far as the pro players go, it's like Japan beats America in Street Fighter and Capcom, but as soon as it comes to Smash, America seems to win.
I know AMSA. that's really it. I mean, there was other guys too that like I really respected and I really liked their play. But they were really outclassed by I mean, more so by Zero, because Zero, I think, only lost a stock the whole tournament. But, I mean, like, everybody else was really good in gold. And, of course, Zero won the single one. He got another robe, so he had the robe to the collection. Second day was doubles, but it was more like the casual rules, which I understand. And it was single elimination, so that it went, like, basically by an hour. So they were doing this real quick just to do an exhibition. The second day was actually better because, remember, they were actually competing for those 3DSs. Remember we had talked about that? So, and then to present this 3DS is none other than a surprise visit from the man himself.
Sakurai?
Sakurai.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. So that was really cool. I was like, what? And he looks like he got some rest. That's a good thing. I was just like, dude, he looks healthy. He looks like he went to sleep and became young again because he's just infinitely young, that man.
He's a really good makeup artist.
Yeah, or something. But, yeah, he came out. They did the doubles. And of course, the team of Zero and Mewtwo King won.
Of course. I mean, I expect nothing else.
And it was great, just Sakurai just robing Mewtwo King and giving the other robe. So now, like, the freaking Zero has, like, the 2 robes from Japan and 1 from the E3 from last year.
Yeah.
This dude's collecting everything. Like, he's, like, hands-on favorite for, like, hands-down favorite for Evo. Like, there's no doubt that he's going to win for a lot of people. I still think there's some challenge
Well, he's been
out there.
using Diddy Kong. He's a Diddy Kong main, but Diddy Kong just got the
But he's been killing it with Diddy. He played with nobody else but Diddy. Mewtwo King went from Diddy to Rosalina for teams. He did in singles Falcon.
Yeah. And
I think that's all he did the whole tournament. So yeah, no, but all the time was just Diddy, and he was winning with it.
I mean, Diddy's still good.
Yes.
It's just that the hoo-ha doesn't kill at 110 and kills at like 120, whatever.
Yeah, but he's still like a good fighter, and Zero being a good player himself, he just dominates.
That's also too, if you're a good player, you can beat anyone with anyone.
Yeah, exactly. So and it was great. They got to meet Sakurai and everything else. It was fun. But the funny quote for me was he came up to Zero Mewtwo King, and the first thing he said to them was, "Don't ask about character balancing," which they were like, "We weren't," but whatever. And even funnier where he walked up to D1 because D1 was there to broadcast, and he went up to him and said, Mega Man! It was like, he remembered me for that, apparently, yes. But it was all cool, and I liked the fact that it was an exhibition, so it showed off more to the Japanese people. And there was a nice crowd for that, too. It was a whole convention for other games as well, like Splatoon, and they also showed off Pokken, which we'll get into that later.
Pokken looks so good.
Yes, it does, actually. But with Smash, it was a nice crowd for it, a nice even streaming crowd. Like 10,000 people watched, I think both times, each time.
Yeah.
And it was overall just good for Smash and good for the community, and I hope more people will join for that, especially in other countries, because the thing is we need more representation. And it's not like Zero represents USA. He still represents Chile, and I believe there was another guy who was in there, he was from the US, but I think he was really from Europe or something. He was representing from there. Yeah. But still, overall, the international feel for it was just really cool. I really like that. So, and beyond that, speaking of tournaments that's going on, CEO is happening. That's one of the big major tournaments that's happening June, I believe, where you actually win the... I love the theme of this. I know you remember the theme. I don't know if you remember it correctly or remember it at all, CEO, but I love it that they're in a ring. They actually compete in a ring, and they have the TV there and everything, and whole setup. And when they win a whole championship belt. That's
so cool.
Yeah,
the belt.
Yeah, the belt, the whole belt. Yeah. So far, it's early numbers. The person who is doing the TO has reported it. Alex Jabali. He actually put out there that Smash Bros. For Wii U has far exceeded even Street Fighter 4 for now, I'd say. But 97 people have signed up for Wii U, which is like, that's a small number. But this is still primitive. Yeah. But the numbers for Street Fighter 69. A good 30 people. It's still early, but he wanted to put it out there. Like, dude, Smash, it's on it. And that's not even Melee. That's Wii U.
It's Wii U, yeah.
Yeah. Melee is actually tied with Street Fighter for 69. That's
well, you said it's still early, so it's still time for signups.
Yes, very much so. And also signups too. SmashCon. They actually announced prices for day passes, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or full weekend, and tournament registration is open as well. So if you want supersmashcon.com, you could check out all the information there.
That was in like Maryland or something, right?
Yeah, it's Virginia actually.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's almost there.
Because I kind of want to go to that.
I know.
That would be so awesome to go to.
It just sounds just dope, but I wish it was just closer.
Yeah, I don't feel like tripping all the way down to Virginia.
That's the thing. It's just kind of...
If it was in like Jersey, I'd be like, we out.
Yeah, Jersey's not bad, but when you're talking about Virginia, it's like, man. Yeah. We'll keep it here too for individual games. We're talking about Pokken, and they had announced a new character during this the thing that happened this weekend. I forgot what it was. They announced a new character,
which I kind of felt like this was going to happen anyway. But that new character is, of course, Gengar. Yes. And it's so cool.
The trailer makes him look really hot. Like
Did you ever see the fan game that someone made, or it was like a Pokemon fighting game in like 2D style?
I don't.
Oh, there's a trailer someone made like a long time. Actually, it was actually like a full playable game where there was like Blaziken and like Blaziken, Gengar was a character, Snorlax was a character, whatever. But the moveset that Gengar uses in Pokken is very similar to the one that the fan created one.
Well, it's basically based on his moves anyway, right?
Yeah. No, instead of like he's got a move where he like spins on the ground and like sticks his tongue out and licks everyone.
Yes,
so I think that was really cool, like because that's one of the moves he has in this fan game.
Yeah, which wouldn't be that's not a move he has in regular.
There's the move lick, but
yeah,
it's like the way that it's done in this, and like
the way it's done and animated is exactly the same from his game. I see
exactly. It's like he does like a spin where he like spins and sticks his tongue out and hits if you're behind or in front. Doesn't matter.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and also Mega Gengar can Mega Evolve. That's why regular Gengar can Mega Evolve. Excuse me.
More Mega-er.
Yeah, no, it's regular Gengar, and he Mega Evolves. I'm sure that's like some kind of meter burn.
Yeah, it has to be. But the game looks really cool. Who was talking about it? Somebody was talking about it on some sort of stream, and I forgot who it was, and I apologize for that. And it's a dude that lives in Japan, and he streams in Japan. He's American too. Retro Gaijin. And he would just happen to be there too at that little place because he wanted to see. He was like, dude, when do you get to see Smash Bros from America here in Japan? How often do you get to see that? So he went to go see it, and he was there to Smash tournament, whatever this that. But he talked about Pokken, and he said it's very simplistic. more so. It's a very simple Tekken, and I don't think he was a fan of it too much. I think he kind of liked it, but I'm not too sure. I mean, hearing it from D1 and the other announcers that were there, they were like loving it. They were loving Gengar and everything. So, I mean, that's still like a hands-on thing.
I think it looks awesome, personally. That's my opinion.
Well, do remember that the game doesn't have a stick. Remember that. It has a controller that it comes with the arcade. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that changes anything. It's just a D-pad, 4 buttons. I don't know if you have any triggers. And that's really it. So I don't know if it's simplifying Tekken for the wider audience. Maybe they're trying to aim it for kids too and adults. I don't know.
I mean, a stick would make it so much better, but it could be all right with just a D-pad, I guess.
I guess. One major thing from the Nintendo, because we're kind of in a Nintendo section. We're actually going to just run through the show pretty quickly because we're, like I said, our schedule is off, so we just wanted to pick the important stuff to talk about, put it up on the internet at some point, and that's really it. But I keep an eye on Reddit, and one thing caught my eye, but I didn't think it would just blow up to be as big as it was. Someone had put out in a Mario Kart. Was it a Mario Kart Reddit or was it I think the Nintendo Reddit, and he talked about how Mario Kart has like this world. And how would this world look like? Because Mario Kart is very different from all the other games because it kind of paints a picture of like a location and there's advertisements, like there's actual companies and everything else, and the whole background and everything is just can we like he wanted to actually plot out the Mario Kart world, like where are these tracks in the world, and then that turned into why don't we map the entire Mario series,
the entire Mario universe?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Because you never picture that. Like, what is that Earth or globe or whatever looks like? What does it look like? Where are they in this Mushroom Kingdom? That where's this place? Where's all these Bowser castles?
The Mushroom Kingdom, Delfino Plaza.
Yeah,
all that. Just all of it. It's awesome. So I definitely want to keep my eye on this.
Yeah,
this sounds like something that'd be really cool.
Yeah, like new subreddits that came up, like Marioverse and Mushroom Kingdom lore, which I really want to keep an eye on. We'll probably link as well. That I don't know. I would love to see the result of it. I haven't even seen most of it yet. I heard of it and I kind of skimmed, but I didn't really go into details yet. But just trying to imagine. Not even you have to include the Mario lands too, where Daisy comes in. All the sports arenas for the soccer and tennis.
I will leave it to those Redditors, and they will do a fantastic job because some people on Reddit are just crazy like that. They'll do it.
Oh yeah,
and they'll do it right. They'll do it right.
Yeah, because I couldn't imagine because where are all these Bowser castles too? Like there's a bunch of castles.
Yeah, Bowser has 800 castles.
Yeah,
share.
How does he do that? Like Peach has 2. Like what does she have? She has the main one that's been used in every game but redesigned differently. Yeah. Like it's been separated and then it's been in a town. It's just weird. I don't know. I love it. And then where's Mario come from? Because he obviously comes from the regular universe, right? He's the one that got sucked in through the pipe and went into the Mushroom Kingdom and saved the princess. Where's that? Where's that pipe? Where's the entrance pipe?
Oh, geez. This is a lot to think about. It's not for me to think about, for other people to think about.
And I think too much on things, so... Yeah.
Most definitely. But it's so awesome. I really want to keep my eye on this.
Yeah. A major thing that we talked about last week, was Valve. And it was unfolding very quickly when they announced that they were going to do paid mods for Skyrim. For now,
or just paid mods in general.
Yeah, it was for they were doing paid mods in general. It was Skyrim first, and then they were going to see. I mean, then again, Gary's mod. I always bring that up. Whatever. But Gabe Newell on Saturday, I remember seeing this because I just happened to have by chance just get out work, and it was the top thing on Reddit. Like it was the top thing on Reddit. Where Gabe Newell just posted, he was like, I guess I pissed off the internet today. And he basically explained his situation and basically took everybody's questions. He got downvoted to hell for a lot of questions or a lot of answers. So I took one Redditor suggestion in saying, you have to actually look at Gabe Newell's profile and find all the comments that he's saying because a lot of them are downvoted, so you won't ever see them. So, I mean, we don't really have to go into the highlights because the result is final. There are no more paid for mods right now in the workshop at all. Yeah, that's it. It's done. It's killed. It was killed as of, Tuesday? Yesterday? Yeah. Monday?
I mean, you pissed off the internet. He's completely right.
Yes, he did.
So to cancel it, it's like, well, at least you realize your mistake early enough not to hurt too many people.
Yeah, and anybody that did pay for these modders or for the mods are going to get their money back. So that's one thing. Newell said that they're going to add a pay what you want option for modders. So they probably should have done that to begin with. But he's giving them that option. So it's good. I guess finally this is it went as far as like what, a couple of days.
Yeah, it was a couple of days, probably about just under a week or so. And then so with this pay what you want option, this is more like a donation button.
It sounds like it. It just sounds like a donation, just like everything else. Like, like I'm making this like game that I really don't care, but I might need some money, so donate, please.
Right. So it's kind of like, here's the game for free, but please feel free to donate to help me out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's how it should have been in the first place.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right.
A lot of people agree with that too. Just like. Well, I don't know. It just turned just for the worst very quickly. Gabe Newell put himself out there. He had the balls. You got to give him that. He got the balls to put himself out there.
I respect Gabe Newell.
Oh, yes, very much so. Especially after this. After all this.
I respected him before this, and I kind of was like angry at him about the whole paid mods, but now it's the air is clear.
Yeah.
The air has definitely been cleared.
Oh, and he especially put himself out there. Basically, he was talking about Valve, he was pretty reluctant to tell any developer that they have to do something or can't do something. We'd be happy to tell developers that they think they're being dumb. That's a good quote from him right there. There was another quote out there too that I wish I kept. I think of course, one of the quote that basically a lot of people said, the open nature of PC gaming is why Valve exists, and it is critical to the current and future success of PC gaming. Because people were scared. People were scared that PC gaming was going to die because of this.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I mean, wasn't PC gaming always supposed to die? Just like how console gaming was supposed to die? Like, wasn't PC gaming supposed to die in the 90s and whatnot and in the early 2000s? I mean, it just doesn't go away.
Yeah, no, gaming never goes away. But I feel like with console gaming, if you want to play a game on a console, you're going to play the game the way it's supposed to be played. Whereas PC gaming is, like, I love PC gaming, but there's so many mods for everything in PC gaming. That's just like, it's your way to screw around in video games while still playing a game.
Yes.
Like the Macho Man Randy Savage Skyrim add-on where you get to, oh yeah, and it's like Dragon Macho Man. Awesome.
I don't have that, but I've seen the video.
There's another one too where it's like
funny.
There's like a Thomas the Tank Engine one too. So instead of here like the dragons roaring or going, oh yeah, like Randy Savage, like it's like toot toot. It's absolutely amazing.
Another topic too that is still non-confirming things is the situation with Konami and Kojima. Hideo Kojima, who made the Metal Gear series from Metal Gear Solid, everything else. He was creating the new Metal Gear still, and Silent Hills supposedly with Guillermo del Toro, famous for directing such movies as Hellboy and Pan's Labyrinth, stuff like that.
JK,
it's been canceled.
Yeah, Silent Hills has been officially been canceled.
That's so sad. I mean, it had some promise too, but I mean.
And did you play the demo, or did you watch the demo at least?
I want to watch it now because
there was that demo where it was just like the creepiest thing.
It was a playable demo, mind you.
Yeah, it was a playable demo. It was the creepiest thing, and it was just like, because I watched I watched the Game Grumps play it. Yeah. And it was just creepy beyond belief. And then it's Silent Hills has been canceled, so the demo's being taken down.
Yes. Now that's funny because demo's being taken down. I think by the time you see this on
by the time you see this, it's gone already.
It's probably gone. But people were actually selling their PlayStation 4s with the demo on it for about $1,500.
Yeah, it's like Flappy Bird all over again.
That's exactly
when
what
Flappy Bird went down. People were selling their phones for like $5,000 for whatever reason. I have no idea. But no, so if you have one of these Silent Hills PS4s, you can make a chunk of change off it.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not American so far from what I've seen. I have seen some Europeans sell it for about £1,000, which roughly estimates to $1,500. But really, have we gotten to this point?
Why would someone buy a PS4 so they could play a demo?
I know. I just watch it. Just watch it at this point. I don't know. I don't get it. But Konami's just strange. I mean, they're still not talking about that Kojima's out. There is rumors that there are, and they're doing some business remodeling. So far as much where they actually delisted itself from the New York Stock Exchange, which apparently from sources saying that it wasn't really doing anything in the New York Stock Exchange anyway, so it really wasn't a big deal for them to take themselves off. But Konami is actually rumored to just quit gaming altogether. Maybe keep the Metal Gear game, like the actual series, and maybe make that once in a while. But they may be moving to different frontiers, like mobile gaming and casino gaming, like, slots.
That's so stupid.
Yeah. But you know what? I guess they're going with the money is. I guess they don't see any future in gaming anymore. And they're just doing it. I mean, so far it's rumored so far, but I mean, when you're gonna release a guy like Kojima, like come on now, like
he's like the Hollywood of video games.
Oh yeah, and he puts himself out there. He loves trolling people. He loves having fun out there. He makes some pretty good damn games.
Well, it'll be interesting to see where Kojima goes next, because
well, he has his own studio, but where he makes games
works
next.
right, who he works with next, I should say.
Yeah, that's gonna be very interesting, and whoever he works with is gonna make he's gonna make them lots of money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now we're just gonna go into all the gaming news. This is basically almost it. There's just basically like almost a summary of what this everything's all about. Black Ops 3 is coming for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC, but
only for those.
Yes, not for the Wii U.
Oh yeah, no, it's nothing comes out for the Wii U. Stop it. But yeah, I know you were waiting for me, like, but the Wii U. But no, nothing's ever coming out for the Wii U.
Ever.
Nothing except like Nintendo exclusives
or Mighty Number 9. That just got a release date finally. September 15th in Europe. In the United States, September 15th, and in Europe, September 18th.
Nice.
So that's finally we have a date for a game that's been kickstarted for like 2 years now. 3, 4, something like that. That's it. It's been a while, but now I mean they're fulfilling the promise. There's actually box art out there too. Like that, the box art looks really nice. I'm liking it. I can't wait for Mighty Number 9. I don't know how I'm gonna get it. It's just a decision of, do I get it for a Wii U? Do I get it for the PS? Do I get it for a PC?
I think I'm gonna get it for the Wii U.
I think so too. In all honesty, I think so. Ha ha ha. What you trying to say there, Steve?
That I'm getting Wii U.
No, you said that. I think.
I know, but like it's like happening.
It's happening.
It's happening. It's happening.
So now the Video Game Museum, or excuse me, the Video Game Hall of Fame, which was actually announced back in February. I think we had that, but we might have just skipped over that. Like, whatever. Who cares about that? But it's actually the Strong Museum. It's actually in Rochester, upstate New York. And they actually they're actually not strangers to museums of video games. They actually have a oh gosh, where is it? Where is it? Oh, okay. They actually have a National Toy Hall of Fame, which is the Strong. The Strong has the National Toy Hall of Fame, and they have an International Center of the History of Electronic Games, which has about 55,000 video games and related like stuff like that. And of course, it'd be natural if they actually had the Video Game Hall of Fame. Now, they had like tons of nominees that people voted for, and now it's up to people in the business and in the industry to vote for them. They're down to 15 finalists. The games are Angry Birds, Doom, FIFA, I guess the whole series, The Legend of Zelda, the original, Minecraft, Oregon Trail, Pac-Man, Pokemon, the whole series of that one too, I'm assuming. Or is it the first two? Because in this picture I see the first two. But Pong, The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, Space Invaders, Super Mario Brothers, that Mario Brothers, not the one with the pipes, the Super Mario Bros, Tetris, and World of Warcraft. So only a few of them are actually going to be elected into the Hall of Fame. I'm too much of an old school player to actually go for the old school before the new school. That's the way I feel about it. But I don't know.
I mean, that's just like if you were to look at Sports Hall of Fame, the older players get in first usually.
Yeah, but it's just weird because this is video games. It's not like these are people.
I mean, as long as Angry Birds doesn't get in.
You know what? I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that one. I don't want Angry Birds to be first.
Out of these options, I like Pokemon just because that's me.
That's your game.
I like Pokemon. I would support Mario Brothers, Zelda, Sonic. I'd even support Tetris, honestly.
I would support Tetris only because it had such a big impact on being.
It was like the biggest game. It was like it's like the most successful selling game of all time.
Yeah, and multiple platforms. I mean, I think it's kind of hot on phones, but basically, picture what Angry Birds was in the 80s. That's what Tetris was.
Back when gaming wasn't as big as it is now.
Yes, and I mean it was big because that's what's actually sold the Game Boy. People bought the original Game Boy because of Tetris. That's how hot that game was.
I would also even support Doom because Doom was like one of the biggest like first-person shooters back in the day.
You would have to support Mario and Sonic because, of course, the console wars. But, of course, Mario because it just kind of... I mean, even though, yes, there were some side-scrollers in the past, but that was the side-scroller that just made a name for everybody. Yeah. Like, a lot of people wouldn't... like, there was such good concepts in that game itself that a lot of games wouldn't be there or here without Mario Bros.
Yeah, well, also at the same time, World of Warcraft is the biggest MMO of all time.
When I think
there's
of
no
MMOs, I think
disputing
of
that.
Yeah,
Yeah. There have been MMOs that have come and gone, and Warcraft is still standing.
Still. And
You
that's
know?
surprising.
So that's like it's one of the most successful games of all time.
So, I mean, the ceremony is going to happen June 4th. So let's see how that plays out. We're definitely going to keep our eyes on that and see where that goes and who gets elected and such like that.
There's a lot of good games on this list.
Yes, there are. So
I think Angry Birds. I would even be okay with FIFA. Honestly, I think as long as out of this list, as long as Angry Birds doesn't get into this Hall of Fame, I don't care.
I'm with you on that one. I
would even support Space Invaders. I would support Super Mario.
Yeah.
I'd support Pong even, or Pac-Man, Oregon Trail. I don't care. All those games are okay with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Angry Birds and Minecraft. If those two make it in, I'll be a little upset.
Yeah.
Because Minecraft, I feel like it's still too fresh.
It is, but it has made an impact where a lot of people who wouldn't ever play a game and kids that wouldn't have access to a game would basically are using a phone to play that game right now.
I guess, but it's just, I don't know. Angry Birds and Minecraft are the two that I would like to see passed on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you.
And then after that, whatever's good, go.
Yeah. Now, esports. I guess we have an esports. We have an esports section, and this is like the last couple of things we have. So, some esports actually aired on ESPN.
Yeah,
again, which is awesome.
And of course, people had the same reaction. Some people are like, "This is awesome," and some people are like, "This is stupid. This isn't sports.
What is this on my television?"
Yeah.
ESPN actually had some balls again, which props to them. They actually were airing another MOBA. Heroes of the Storm, which it's not even released yet, is it?
It is. It's in beta.
Oh, okay. That's
if you have a code, which everyone has a code, it's like it was like like Dota 2 code. It's like, hey, I have a Dota 2 code. Yeah, who doesn't have a Dota 2 code? Like, yeah, it's Heroes of the Storm. I have a code. Well, who doesn't have a code? So it's in beta, but it's basically like playable.
Yeah, and playable on a big scale where Blizzard put a lot of money into getting this on ESPN too. And it's great, but people just, I don't know. I don't know if it's just the fact that maybe it's not the right game for people. Like, we've talked about this. I felt like a fighting game would be more of a lead-in for some people more so than a MOBA, because people just probably have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
And they're just like, ew, video games. No, at least a fighting character is just like, it's games, but at least I kind of know. But this one is just like, what is all this flashy stuff, and why is this happening?
And I feel like, obviously, Blizzard must have put a lot of money into Heroes of the Storm, because I feel like Heroes of the Storm is a very casual MOBA.
Okay, more so than like a hardcore thing like League of Legends.
Like League of Legends and Dota are very competitive.
Yes.
Whereas Blizzard has come out right and said like, hey, this game is so casual, anyone can play it. Like it's not meant to be taken seriously. Like in League of Legends, you have the gold farm by killing minions and doing all this stuff. Whereas like in Heroes of the Storm, you don't killing minions does no benefit to you whatsoever. Like you don't get gold for doing it. It's just, I don't know. It's like it's just a very casual MOBA.
So I wanted to go over some tweets. A lot of stuff. I really hope whatever's on ESPN2 isn't some sort of trend. I'd really be disappointed my kids get hyped for this instead of sports on TV. How about that comment?
Some people. I mean, that's just some people's opinion. There are always gonna be people who are like that.
Are we calling video games a sport? Why is this on ESPN2? That'll help America's obesity problem. Like watching sports and not playing them also doesn't help either. So I'm just saying.
Sitting on the couch, you're good for you.
But
I guess they're saying like, if you're influenced by what you see on TV, if you see people playing soccer, you're like, oh, I want to go play soccer right now. Whereas if you see people playing Heroes of the Storm or League of Legends, I want to go play Heroes of the Storm or League of Legends.
Yeah, so. I mean, whatever. I mean, look at it. Some of the esports players are actually kind of fit too.
Yeah, no, actually, a lot of teams have like a rule, like you have to go to the gym and you have to eat well in order to stay on the team. Mm-hmm. And then there are some, obviously, who are not the best examples of human beings physically. Yes, but that's not something that.
Dude, I could even shout out against them. I could shout out Mewtwo King. He's a black belt in karate. And the dude's like cut up, like the dude's like big for no reason. Like I don't even know why he's like
Balls,
that muscular.
On Cloud9, there's a guy Balls.
Yeah.
He's like 5'2", but he's probably weighs like 140, which is ridiculous for
for that.
And he's not 140 fat. He's like 140 like brawling. This dude goes to the gym all the time, and people like all the other players are like, yeah, he's really strong. He's really brawling. Like I'm scared of him. But he's like 5'2". He's so small.
Yeah.
So it's like there are some players who are like in really good shape.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I could see that. I definitely have seen it. I
Like
mean,
it's a routine for them to go to the gym.
Now, one article that I read from Kotaku that highlighted most of this anyway, highlighted Michelle Beadle, who's known around sports. I don't know if it's known for a lot of gamers and such, but she's an awesome sports caster, I guess you could say. She was on the Yes Network, of course, from the Yankees, but she actually didn't broadcast a lot of the Yankees. She did a lot of net stuff.
Yeah,
and then she bought onto ESPN, and she's just an overall just fun person to watch. And she actually just started tweeting because she had no idea. She was like, "Oh yeah, I took the bait. Turn on ESPN2. As someone who appears daily on the channel, I don't have answers." And then she did hashtag Leroy Jenkins, hashtag chicken. So
nice.
She's kind of in know, right? And then it goes into all that to kill the core afterwards after a while. So, I mean, oh yeah, and also a compliment to the announcers. No joke. These announcers are killing it. I don't have a damn clue what I'm watching, but they won't let me leave.
That's exactly. Some of the casters that cast League of Legends, because I watch the LCS and I watch Worlds and I watch everything League of Legends. The casters are amazing.
Yes.
Because sometimes there'll be nothing going on, but they'll still find a way to get you hyped and keep you in the game by talking about things. And then when action does happen, they're screaming, they're yelling, they're just going crazy.
I've seen video of these guys too. Just the announcers, not even a gameplay, just the announcers going crazy.
Watch Korean casters cast Korean games. They're ridiculous. In Korean, you don't even know what they're saying, but it's like it's like soccer.
Yeah.
You watch soccer, whenever a goal happens, go.
Yeah, almost like that.
It's just watch Korean casters. They're amazing. They're great.
So sticking with League of Legends actually, because we got the last two stories of that. Of course, the people who who won the championship, the team Samsung
White.
Yeah, Samsung White. They're actually going to get skins of
right,
characters.
Right, because every team who wins, they get a bunch of skins for the characters that they were known for playing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when it's the same characters over and over, the Riot just kind of picks one.
Yeah.
So it's Thresh has 2 skins from this. But Talon, the Talon one looks really cool.
Yeah,
I've seen them all.
Mm.
The Singe one is pretty cool. Every character, there's always one character that has something to do with the cup, the Summoner's Cup. Like Dr. Mundo, who usually throws cleavers, was throwing the cup.
Oh, okay.
Gragas, who rolls barrels, was rolling the cup. So it's pretty cool. And then so the one who gets the cup is Singed.
Okay.
He usually runs around with a poison vial on his back, kind of like a weird version of Bane almost, but not really. Bane injects himself with the poison, so that's not really so he's wearing the cup and poison comes out of the cup, which is pretty cool. And his shield has the Samsung logo on it, which is pretty awesome.
That's actually pretty cool.
And then you have Talon, which Talon looks awesome. He's the mid lane champion, which I don't think he even played Talon in the series. But whatever, it's cool. He looks like Assassin's Creed almost.
Yeah,
Ezio or Altair or whatever. And then you have Rengar, which Rengar is like a lion dude.
Yeah, I saw that picture.
Yeah, that one's awesome. And then you have Twitch, who I don't like that one. That's the one I don't like.
Let me see which one was that one.
You
don't like.
He's the rat, the 80 carry. Except that they made him look.
That one.
Yeah, I don't like it. Not at all.
He's an odd-looking character to begin with.
Because that's not what he looks like.
Yeah.
They completely changed his model in that one. It's so weird.
Okay.
And then the Thresh one's pretty cool. The Thresh one I can deal with. So overall, I like these skins except for Twitch.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty dope.
The cup is kind of funny, though. I still like that one. That's really cool. Finally, some old-school champions that have sucked for years, I guess. It's
not that they've sucked. It's that,
nobody uses them.
For instance, Ashe is a good champion. Ashe is really good at kiting. She's one of the best 80 carries at kiting because she has the frost arrows and everything.
And then there's Ryze.
Well, Ryze, yeah, but it's one thing that these
Ryze
champions
is getting a buff too.
Right. But these champions were good, but they've been outclassed with everything that's been coming out lately because everything that's been coming out lately has just been OP.
Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
Champion comes out, they want the champion to sell, so they make it broken, and then it's everything else is getting pushed by the wayside.
Yeah.
Where Ashe is she's getting changed up a bit. They're getting rid of her crit passive, whereas the longer she went without shooting, she built up more crit, so it's boom, have a hurtful arrow in the face.
Which now people are loving.
Right. Well, her frost shot is now her passive. So that was her passive Q. Her passive Q is now becoming her general just passive, or it just applies frost shot, which is kind of broken. It's kind of broken on every ability and auto attack. It's just kind of broken. Her Q now is the I think it's called ranger attack or something. I can't remember what it's called, but basically it just lets out a flurry of arrows, and it looks awesome, and it's nice.
Nice.
I really like it. And then nothing else is really changing too much. I mean, volley's changing a little bit, but all they're doing is adding more arrows. But you can instead, like, it used to be like 5 arrows that went out pretty spread out.
Yeah.
But now it's gonna be like 9 arrows that just like, but you can block more than 1 arrow.
Okay, yeah.
Whereas like, you know, you used to only be able to get hit by 1, and then it would that'd be it. Whereas like one champion now can like block off like half the set and protect everyone behind it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And then Hawkshot now just has 2 charges but loses the gold passive, which that's pretty. And it's also global range now, so you can shoot it wherever the fuck you want.
that's isn't that a little OP, or is that just?
Well, all Hawkshot is just sight.
Okay.
It doesn't do any damage. It just gives you vision.
Okay.
But it now has 2 charges instead of 1. It used to be like 1 charge, and it would be like a 30-second cooldown, so you can't use it constantly. But now you get 2 charges over 30 seconds.
Oh, that's
so you can use one, wait it out, use your other one, and by the time your first charge is pretty much back up by the time you have to use it. So that's kind of OP. And then Crystal Arrow is pretty much the same thing. So that's her ulti. It just shoots a giant arrow that stuns the target it hits and slows everyone else around it. So I don't really. I mean, Ashe is gonna be good, but I still don't see her being better than Graves or Lucian or Jinx or Vayne. I mean, Vayne is just situational. I just don't see her moving up all that much because of this, because it still gives her no escape.
Yeah.
All the other AD carries have some kind of escape. So this one it makes her kiting a lot better. If you're going full offensive with Ashe, no one's getting away from you. But if you have 0 escape.
But what about Rise?
I don't really know what are the Rise changes. I didn't really look at them.
Oh, because I noticed the story. I mean, you knew a lot about Ashe. I was like, oh, I hope you.
Because my friend and I were talking about Ashe yesterday, because he's an AD. He plays AD carry. He's a diamond level AD carry, and he's like, well, this is really good for Ashe, but it basically means Varus is going in the dirt. I'm like, Varus has always been in the dirt. Stop. But yeah, no, I haven't looked into the Rise ones. I haven't been able to find anything, honestly.
Yeah, I was just pulling up the article again.
Oh wait, Rise update heads to live.
Let's see.
So that means it's been on PvE for a while. And we just
Rise, his overload spell that players activate by pressing Q. This is like such a simplistic one than between how I say it and you say it. But has been turned into a skill shot. That means players have to manually aim for a target every time they want to hit in a game.
Is that the dodgeball?
I don't know. It looks like this.
Is it the red one? The red dodgeball?
The blue arrow thing. That's all I know. That's a blue arrow thing. Rather than just pointing and clicking and watching the health bar go down. Like that.
Yeah. So normally overload is like a red. It looks like everyone calls it the dodgeball.
Yeah.
Because it looks like, one of those gym dodgeballs you throw.
Yeah.
Now it used to be point and click. I guess now it's gonna be a skill shot and it's blue instead of the dodgeball. So sucks.
Yeah.
No. That's not it. Overload was the bouncy ball.
Okay.
Because he had the bouncy ball, which that made it bounce to people. He had the snare, which I don't call things by their names. I just call them like what we call them, like as players. He had the bouncy ball, the snare, and the dodge ball, and then he had his ulti, which made everything AOE. So this is the bouncy ball. That's pretty cool. Making the bouncy ball AOE.
And there's some things everything's about Rise, but I'm not gonna make myself look a fool. But he did. But like, what else is there? Let me see. The Arcane Mastery. It reduced the cooldown times he suffered by a second whenever he casted a spell. Now Arcane Mastery stacks up Rise's damage in a dynamic way by giving him a chance to go into a supercharged state after casting 5 spells within the short time window.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
And then they go into Ashe a lot, which people are just loving right now.
Yeah, the Ashe one is definitely pretty cool, but it's when it comes out, stay away from ranked for a little while, because everyone's gonna be playing Ashe and they're not gonna know how to play it, and well, that's how the game goes.
Get bodied, get wrecked,
get wrecked. But no, this Rise one looks pretty interesting. Of course, leave it to I'm sure the pros will figure it out. There's people on PvE already play testing it and stuff. So when this comes out to live, that'll be pretty interesting to watch.
Definitely, and that's it. I hope you were interested to watch today too.
That's it.
So we got our Twitters, of course. Steve, you got yours? At Steve B. Agilism.
At Steve B. Agilism. It's AGILISM, but I'm sure it's right here.
And I'm
Here.
at Terrick, the TEH_Rick, Two-Board Gamers Pod, which is the Twitter, at the number 2, at Two-Board Gamers Pod. We have the WordPress out there, twobrogamerspodcast.wordpress.com, which you put in the description.
And of course the YouTube.
Yes,
YouTube.
if you're on it, like us, subscribe.
Two Broke Gamers Podcast.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, and we'll have another conversation with you guys next week. We'll see you then. Peace.
Shit.